Hey everyone, real estate ladies of North Atlanta, Mary Ellen Vanaken, Sue Jennings. How you doing today, Sue?
I'm doing great. How are you, Mary Ellen?
I'm doing great. So today we have some fun stuff to talk about. We have to talk about what are the middle schools like in the Alpharetta and Milton area, because people are always talking about schools, right? We have a neighborhood highlight of Woods in Milton by Octavia Homes. And then we're going to talk about what we love about North Atlanta today, and that is the Southern charm, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what's the design tip of the day today, Sue?
The design tip of the day is how to mix and match throw pillows.
Ooh, throw pillows. How exciting. All right, let's dig right in. Let's go into our new construction, right? It's a new construction called
Right.
Whisper Words at Milton. So let's
Whisper Words at Milton by Octave Homes is actually already sold out, believe it or not. It's a really beautiful neighborhood. It's got a lot of outdoor areas, scenic parks. It's located close to nature trails and the equestrian centers in the Milton area. It's a custom home community, and it's just a really peaceful retreat from city life with a small town atmosphere of Milton. These homes are anywhere from 8,600 to 15,800 square feet. These are big homes. 5 to 7 bedrooms, 6 baths, 2 half baths, and they started at 1.1 million and went up into the $2.2 million range, but all the lots are sold out. The community is in Milton, but located off of Arnold Mill Road.
Sure.
And that makes it for an easy commute, easy access to shopping, and also to Atlanta's National Golf Club.
Yes, and just look at this subdivision here. Just look at these homes. They're just it's the details. I love it. So
yeah, that's why I questioned when they said 1.1 million. I was like, 1.1 million for the garage, maybe not for the rest of that house.
I know. So but that like builders are liars, like buyers are liars. So like I've always said, like everybody's always said, when you see a sign for a new subdivision and it says from the 500s, and you're like, okay, there's not one house in the 500s there. They're all
right. Exactly.
So I always take that perspective, and then, things are more expensive, and, you just have to go looking at the price of things. So honestly, that's why it's really good to reach out to a real estate professional so that they can get you the details on what exactly they are starting at, so we could reach out to the builder and the builder's agent to find out, are they going to be in the $600,000 range, or is it the $900,000 range?
Probably.
Which you can be, you can be out of that. So we don't want to get your hopes up on things. So I think it's always important to, sometimes the websites don't really give the right information. So that's why it's good to reach out to a professional. So.
Right. So I just wanted to note, since we're talking about schools today, that the high school for that subdivision is Cambridge High School. The middle is Northwestern Middle School, and the elementary is Birmingham Falls.
Yes. All right. So we're going to talk about digging into the middle schools. So we're going to start with Webbridge. So let's.
Right. We're just going to be talking about public schools today. If you would like us to talk about private schools another day, please put that in the comments for us, and we will be happy to do a podcast on the private schools in the area as well. Webbridge Middle School is located on Webbridge Road in Alpharetta. Its academic ratings, it consistently ranks among the top middle schools in the state of Georgia, and greatschools.org gives it a 9 out of 10, and a 10 out of 10 in test scores, and a 9 out of 10 in student progress. Its notable attribute is the high levels of diversity of its students, consistently high standardized test scores, and extremely low suspension rates. I thought that was really interesting that they've got really well-behaved students there. Class sizes have a 13-to-1 student-teacher ratio, and that is slightly below the state average, by the way, which allows for more individualized attention for the students. The elementary schools that feed into Webbridge Middle School are New Prospect Elementary, Manning
Right.
Oaks Elementary, and Alpharetta Elementary. The high school from Webbridge is then Alpharetta High School, excuse me.
There we go. Okay, sorry. We were
That's
looking
okay.
at some fun things going on at Webbridge Middle School. Okay. All right. So the next school we're going to talk about is Taylor, right?
Taylor Road Middle School. It's also in Alpharetta. On greatschools.org, it's a 9 out of 10 overall, with a 10 out of 10 on test scores and an 8 out of 10 in student progress.
Oh, nice.
It's noted for its diverse student body and high academic performance. The student to teacher ratio is 14-to-1, and the elementary schools that feed into Taylor Road Middle School include Abbott's Hill Elementary, State Bridge Crossing Elementary, and Dolphin Elementary. The high school for Taylor Road is Chattahoochee High School.
Yeah, I love how they're honoring the veterans there with their chorus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
got a good looking website.
Yeah. All these websites are really good. And really, if you're, what do you tell a person, like a client that's coming in here to look at schools? Like, what do you suggest? Do you suggest them to look at the websites? What are your
hopefully before they arrive here, they've had an opportunity to look at the websites and so forth. And I suggest to them that they actually go visit the schools. Now, if it's the time of the year when the school is actually open, they need to make an appointment in advance, perhaps with a guidance counselor or someone else that's designated in the school to handle visitors. They do need to show identification and get a badge at the front desk to access the school. And the school does have different rules to handle their visitors. So I do recommend visiting the campuses.
Yeah. And we always can reach out and help you out with that. We can't give you guidance. We can give you all the information. So we can give you all the websites but we cannot voice our opinion or tell any information on schools.
Right.
So,
right.
All right. So next one we're going to dig into is what? Autry Mill?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what do we know about Autry Mill here?
Autry Mill Middle School. Autry Mill Middle School is located in Alpharetta. They are recognized as one of Georgia's best public middle schools, ranking number 5 in the entire state of Georgia. They have a high academic performance and a commitment to student progress. I don't have the specific student-teacher ratio on this one. It was not available from the sources that I was looking at, but the feeder elementary schools are Shake Rag Elementary, Finley Oaks Elementary, and Medlock Bridge Elementary. The high school for Autry Mill Middle School is Johns Creek High School.
Okay. And a lot of people love Johns Creek High School. It's very, 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 very popular. So I think that's a great middle school.
Right.
And a lot of people know what schools they want to go into when they reach out to us. So I think the more research you do ahead of time, the better off you'll be when it comes to schooling. Okay. And next we are going to go into Northwestern Middle School, correct?
Right. So Northwestern Middle School is located in Milton. It's on the same piece of ground as Milton High School. It's just across from the high school. and it's in the top 2% of middle schools in the state of Georgia. Their students are very proficient in math and reading, and the student-teacher ratio there is 14-1. So they focus on academic enrichment of their students. There are quite a few feeder elementary schools for Northwestern. They include Crabapple Crossing, Birmingham Falls. Now, only 76% of Birmingham Falls goes to Northwestern Middle. Alpharetta Elementary, about 72% of their students go to Northwestern Middle. A quarter of Summit Hill Elementary feeds into Northwestern Middle. 20% of Manning Oaks Elementary feeds into Northwestern Middle, and about 14% of Hembry Springs Elementary. The feeder high schools for Northwestern Middle, it does split 83% to
Sure.
Milton High School and 17% to Cambridge High School.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's so many, you've got all those elementary schools that feed into the middle school, then feed into the high school. And what I really do like about Northwestern is it's got on the same campus as the high school
Right.
too.
Right.
So it's like you kind of have it right next to each other. So that's
Right.
really great location. So, all right. So we're going to dig into the next one, which is Hopewell.
Hopewell Middle School. It's located in Alpharetta. It's ranked 54th out of 588 public middle schools in the state of Georgia. It offers a comprehensive curriculum and focus on student development. The student-to-teacher ratio is 3.7-1, almost 14-1. And the feeder elementary schools are Cogburn Woods Elementary. About 64% of Cogburn Woods Elementary goes into Hopewell Middle. Birmingham Falls and Summit Elementary School students, part of those schools, also feed into Hopewell Middle. The feeder high schools, in turn, are Cambridge High School, and some of the students, though, do go to Alpharetta High School, depending upon where their home addresses are.
Yeah. And sometimes they're redistricting things, but they're always growing. This whole area is growing. So sometimes there will be a redistricting of certain schools. So.
Right. So I know that can be a little confusing for relocating buyers considering the area, but trust me, these are all very, very good elementary schools. These schools are known for their diverse student populations and their enriching educational experiences. They also offer a wide variety of extracurricular activities, programs that include art, sports, academic clubs, and they really do focus on fostering a well-rounded student environment. They encourage the students to get involved with the community, and there's a strong tie between these schools and the community to enhance the support of students and their families. So for the most detailed information on each school, if you have a specific school in mind, you can look at the website. You can also contact the schools directly and speak with a guidance counselor.
Also, another good tidbit is going on to Facebook and finding the Facebook group of the PTA, of the students, or whatever you can find, and kind of look at that too as well if you have any questions.
It's a very good tip. Yeah.
Very good tip of the day. So I wanted to ask our viewers that when you are moving somewhere, like you're going to move somewhere and you want to look at schools, what are your top 3 criteria? What's important to you and your family when it comes to schools? Because we'd love to know that. We'd love to know what people are thinking, because we always think from a perspective of a real estate professional, where we want to know the consumers. What are you thinking? We have different, I think a lot of people look at test scores, right? I would say that. I would say proximity to where they're living too, because they don't want to be driving very far.
Proximity to where they'll be working too. In Atlanta, there's a lot of
traffic. Is it on the way to work that I can drop the kids off? Because a lot of people here don't use the buses; they drop their kids off. So that's having a bus there is great, but sometimes people do drop their kids off at school. So that's another.
Mhm.
I want to know what factors people are thinking about on that.
Right.
Okay. Anything else to add about schools, Sue?
No, I think we've, put a lot of information out there. And, if you have any specific questions, please put them in our comments. We're always happy to respond to your questions.
Yes, perfect. All right. So what do we love about Atlanta today? We love about the Southern charm meets urban energy.
Absolutely. Atlanta offers a really unique lifestyle. It attracts home buyers that are looking for the best of both worlds. That Southern charm, the Southern hospitality, the politeness of the people and so forth, as well as just the tranquility of, the a lot of different places in the urban and suburban areas. For instance, in historic downtown Alpharetta and Milton, we've got tree-lined streets, front porch living, and local farmers markets that attract people from all over the area. A lot of southern root products there as far as fruits and vegetables, honey, pastries, things like that. In these areas, there's a lot of boutique shops, there are a lot of restaurants, and these restaurants offer a twist on Southern hospitality as well.
Mhm.
The areas also offer a lot of equestrian estates and scenic trails for you to escape to. Meanwhile, we've got a lot of shopping, such as Avalon and Halcyon. These are mixed-use communities that have been built, apartments, hotels, as well as shopping and restaurants. They give you that urban vibrancy without having to go into the city to experience this. A lot of these restaurants in these areas are very, very innovative, very highly rated. The residences are considered to be luxury residences, and it features a lot of walkability for everybody. There are a lot of tech companies in the Alpharetta area as well. And so it's a real hub for corporate headquarters and career opportunities all around. Like we said earlier, we've got top tier schools and, a lot of these master planned communities with amazing amenities, such as Windward and Lake Windward. In general, we've got a blend of Southern elegance and the convenience of the city. North Atlanta is a prime destination for those who appreciate charm with a modern edge. Whether you want to go sip on some sweet tea on a porch or enjoy rooftop cocktails like in downtown Alpharetta, we have Up on the Roof. You can sit up there and watch everything below in Alpharetta, and you can experience a perfect balance of traditional as well as time-setting energy.
And what I like too is like you can be in downtown Alpharetta and you can have like the old little buildings that have the little boutiques in there, and then you have the modern stuff. So you have a mix of everything, which I really, really, really do like. And you're going to see that a lot in North Atlanta, like especially down in Roswell too. It's more of the older buildings than the newer ones. So you got to have that mix everywhere.
What's interesting in downtown Alpharetta is they actually built some of those buildings recently, but they built them to look old.
Yeah.
So when we say there's brand new buildings there, it's not real contemporary looking structures necessarily, but they are brand new buildings.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. And everywhere you're looking, they're building and they're expanding roads. And oh yeah, which is another story in itself. Expanding the roads too, which is what they're doing too right now. So, all right, so let's go into our design tip of the day today. And our design tip of the day, Sue, take over.
Well, I want to thank Shay McGee and Studio McGee for the information that they have provided on their website about how to mix and match throw pillows. First of all, I think you want to identify what's your color scheme. And I generally recommend that you stick with like no more than 3 colors in your color scheme. If you don't have a particular color scheme in mind, focus on something that makes you happy, whether it's a pillow that you already have that you really, really like, and then build from there. You also don't want all your pillows like on your sofa to be all the same size. You want to vary your pillow sizes, and you don't want everything to be matchy or too balanced or too perfect. Sometimes if you vary those pillow sizes, it can make the whole assortment of pillows a lot more interesting. The other thing that makes pillows interesting is the types of prints that you put or types of fabrics you use. So first you want to use like an organic print. An organic print can be something that is it can be nature inspired, maybe is the best way to describe that.
Okay.
Then mix that with a geometric print. The geometric print, you know, they have lines, they have grids, they have repetition, things like that. Mm-hmm. And then choose prints of different sizes. So don't make everything a small print. Don't make everything a large print, but mix and match large prints with small prints. So you have contrasting scale, in other words. And then the other thing you want to consider is texture. You don't want all the pillows to feel the same. You want some of them to, you know, maybe be a velveteen or like something that has a nubby texture to it. And you want to be intentional on these choices so that you give your vignette a break and give it some interest. So basically mix it up. You don't have to have two of everything. You can have one, and one, but just balance it out, have fun with it and play with it. And that's how you'll get
so the only
look
that's
that
really
feels
funny
to you.
When you talk about throw pillows, I think of pillow fights. I don't know why.
No, we don't want to encourage our children to do that.
But, you know, I always just think of throw pillows like, you know, that's like pillow fight time. So, you know what I mean?
I know, throw pillows, toss pillows, decorative pillows. I mean.
Yeah. What's, you know, I want to ask our viewers, what are like your favorite go-to colors when it comes to pillows? Are you more of like a neutral, like, you know, brown, or are you more of like a gray, or are you more like bright colors? So I want to know.
Right. And the other thing I'd like to ask people is, do you like your pillow inserts on your sofa? Do you like them really soft, or do you like them to be firmer and fluffier and bigger? So there's differences between whether you have a down insert or a poly insert, and maybe you want the poly insert because you have allergies and you can't have the down. So those are other considerations as well. So put those things in the comments, and we can expand on this in a future.
And we can have a throw pillow. We can have a pillow fight, a throw pillow fight. So that would be fun. All right. Well, thanks, Sue. So today we talked about what are the middle schools like in Alpharetta and Milton. We talked about a new community called Whisper Woods at Milton by Octave Homes. And then we talked about what we love about North Atlanta, which is a Southern charm and the urban energy. And then we talked about throw pillows, which I just always think of a pillow fight. I don't know why, but I do. So thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate it. You guys have a great day. Let us know what else you'd like to hear from us, and have a great day. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.